We're back. Drake here.
And Bone.
2 hoodies, 3 cats, and it's Bone taking me on a ride.
All right, so this is the Reverend Horton Heat. Now, the Reverend Horton Heat is a rockabilly band. I've seen this band 13 times in, 4 or 5 states.
So the interesting thing about Reverend Horton Heat, you grew up in Missouri.
Yes.
I grew up in Georgia, in Atlanta. And I went to high school with a couple guys that absolutely loved this band and probably saw them as many times as you did. And on multiple occasions asked me if I wanted to go, and I always had something else to do. Yeah. And I don't know a lot of stuff by them.
There was a few bands that any time that I could see them, I would see them, which is Primus, the Reverend Horton Heat, Ziggy Marley. I mean, I would drive across country if I had the money to go see Ziggy Marley because it was such a great show.
It's funny you said Ziggy Marley. We'll just talk about that later.
Yeah, so anyway, this is Drake said he hasn't heard that much rockabilly, that he kind of missed out on the Reverend Horton Heat thing. So I was trying to figure out which songs to let him in on. And so I just chose this one. But it's a 3-piece. They play traditional rockabilly guitar.
So a 3-piece. So basically, it's Rush doing rockabilly.
This is the real deal, authentic rockabilly music.
All right,
and check it out. Let's hear it.
I'm excited. Let's do this. Rockabilly 101. Reverend Horton Heat, The Devil Chasing Me, live on KEXP, whatever that is. All right, before you even start singing, I'm going to tell you I'm getting Brian Setzer vibes instantly.
Just for me,
you know what I'm saying?
This guy is way better than Brian Setzer because he's been able to. He's done. I don't know how many albums he's up to now, but when I'm
sure, yeah. I'm just
he
saying
had 2 albums when I first got into
it. There's a band that this is a funny story. There's a band from Atlanta called the Cigar Store Indians, and my buddy Jimmy, he owned a pizza place in Kennesaw, Georgia called Mama's Pizza. And he was a huge Kiss fan. And we would go on Friday and Saturday night. Friday night, we would go hang out. We'd have a drink. I was a vodka tonic guy, and he was a gin and tonic guy. Tonics. And he taught me into Tanqueray and tonics. And while doing that, a friend of his joined us. I can't remember the name of the guy, but he was the bass player for Cigar Store Indians. And he was telling us about his band, and I talked to him about the fact that I like driving and crying and all this stuff. And we went, he's like, hey, we're playing this weekend down at Eddie's Attic. There's this little hole-in-the-wall place in downtown Atlanta. So I'm like, so Jimmy's like, we should go. And I'm like, I'll go. So we go. We get there, and I'm watching this band, and the lead singer comes out, and it's a 4-piece. I'm loving it. And I'm like, there's something about the singer. So after the show, we're all hanging out, and I'm talking to the singer. So when I was in high school, played Dungeons and Dragons. There's this place in Roswell called Tommy's Hobby Shop. And we would go to this, my mom would drop me off at this hobby shop on certain days, and they would, the Tommy's 2 sons would run these D&D games for us. The lead singer was one of Tommy's sons that used to run the D&D game at Tommy's Hobby Shop. But it was really cool, but they were same style music.
Look, I just want to say that to me, this is one of the best guitar players that I've ever seen. Because the sheer amount of stuff that he does, and does it with style.
The funny thing is that when I was in high school and early college, a bunch of my friends were like, let's go. And I was just like, it's not, I want to go see this heavy metal band that's playing.
Well, they have a heavy element. And also the bass player plays the double bass or the walking bass.
All right.
Stand up.
I'm gonna hit play now.
Sunset lines the sky. There's shadow on the moon. Black mountain breeze. And there's twisted
We're only a minute and a half in. That's crazy. So it took me a minute to kind of follow his vocals.
Yeah, this song he has a lot of delay on the verses.
But the way he was singing,
That's
the
not
first thing I couldn't catch, and then I got the way he was doing it, and a lot of Satan and the devil's chasing me, and the devil's soul, and you're gonna. I like it.
It's just what's so amazing about they've been able to mine this genre endlessly and do it with style.
It's like
It's not easy to do.
The other thing I get is this. I think we've talked about this. Have you ever listened to Social Distortion?
I'm sure I've heard of them. Or
Social
heard them
D.
at some point.
No, they were a punk band that crossed over to rockabilly.
Right.
And if you like this, you would totally love Social D. Anyway, let's get back into this. So yeah,
This is Jimbo. This is Jimbo right here.
Jimbo.
Yeah.
He looks like my buddy Don.
Yeah, I've talked to all these guys.
That's pretty cool.
Devil, roll your window down and look me in the eye. No, I did not make no deal, so don't ain't on me to die. He's got a red and black tuxedo. He's got a hellhound down on his knee. He's got a fire-breathing demon driver who's loud as a giant. Black goat key and heavily the teeth and rattling on the sea. She's got pointed red boots with diamond studs and a smile at you to see. The devil's chasing me.
No way.
Yeah, I was hoping he would stand on the bass to get to see that.
That was fantastic. And the fact that he's like, all the whole way through, he's like, I didn't sell my soul, I didn't sell my soul, I didn't sell my
Right.
soul. He's
Well, every song, at least the first 5 albums,
That's pretty cool.
It's like that. It's just a great story. Look, they're just amazing, and it was so much fun.
Well, it's never too late to start. I like that. So you can just queue up a whole bunch of those.
We'll do that.
I like that. If you
let us know if you've heard of the Reverend Heat, if you like it, if you'd like to go down the Reverend Horton Heat rabbit hole. They're from Deer Park, Texas.
yeah, if any of our hoodies, that's the name of our subscribers.
Oh, really?
In the couple lives that Gypsy and I did, a bunch of the people that were in the live with us, they were like, "Hey, can we be the hoodies?" So we're like, "Sure." So they've dubbed themselves the subs of the early subs dubbed themselves the hoodies. So if any hoodies like Reverend Horton Heat, throw some option subs or even anything in this style, let us know and we'll check it out.
Like, we're gonna get into some interesting stuff because there's like stuff like Psychic TV that I know Drake has never heard.
Have you ever heard Mind Funk?
The name sounds familiar, but no. Okay. But look, there's like, if you imagine, have you ever heard of the Floyds?
Yeah, I've heard of them, but I haven't heard them. Okay, so we're gonna get out of here again. I feel like we're always getting out of here.
That's true.
We're always leaving.
We're gonna worry. You're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna stay.
We're gonna stay right here, but
right,
we're gonna get out of here. See you later. Bye.